Thank you, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the heart of Texas, NRG Stadium in Houston. They do it big here in Houston, and a second ago it was a Texas-sized welcome for their hometown guys. They're fired up and ready to go as they get set to match up with the Miami Dolphins. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. They go play action here on first down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Cordray Tankersley with a pick. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. Here's the first carry for Kenyon Drake. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Good. Now let's go. Blue, learn it. Good.
On second down, here's Jackson. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue, learn it.
On 3rd down, Jackson under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. The 4-time All-Pro, J.J. Watt. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. On 4th down, Matt Hawk to punt it away. Back deep, Bruce Ellington. And now out comes Houston. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Looking sideline, incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. On the ground, this is Lamar Miller. And not much there at all. He's up only to about the 16-yard line. Tackled by Jordan Willis.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
They force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Target.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. Caught here by Griffin. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets his football out shy of the 30 to the 29. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans. On first down, Watson. That goes for a gain of 31.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory right at the 40. A first down carry now for Miller. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
One thing that you find out on a sweep play is the fortitude of the people running it. Because that is a run, and then there's some contact when you finally get to the edge. And those guys who can hold that point of attack and hold up on that contact, they create the plays that we just saw there. Really nice play by the defensive guys.
Here's Watson now on 2nd down. He's got Fuller. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So, as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for? Who are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Xavier Howard. And he'll bring this one back to the 29.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
No. Check. Patriot. Leopard.
Drake will start the drive on the ground. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Set. 3-19. Lucky 56.
Now Jackson on 2nd down. On the right side, open is Gesicki. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. At 5 yards on the play there, the drive will continue.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
On 1st down, Drake, nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Detroit, set, 3-19.
On 2nd down, Jackson. Caught by Wilson. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Detroit! Set! Green 39! Detroit!
Jackson on 3rd down. Eluding the pressure right. Gonna look deep for Wilson. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a 4th down.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
Yeah, first quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on 3rd down conversion to start this thing. Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. And now out comes Houston. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
Come back, come back.
On 2nd down, here's Watson. That one complete to D.D. Westbrook. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. His first catch there, good for 10 yards and a first down.
Richmond.
Watson going to give this one to Miller. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Steps away. Throw left side complete. That's Griffin. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 49-yard line. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and it's Texans football as we get going in quarter number 2. And they've got it here with a first down.
Target.
Watson now to throw. Griffin's got it, middle of the field. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 23 yards on the play. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
Now a play fake here on first down. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down.
So this is what happens when you throw interceptions. That confident veneer that you have gets chipped away a little bit. Maybe a little bit gun-shy throwing it around.
Yeah, underthrowing him there, and you're right. Those interceptions maybe in the back of his mind. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Watson nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
But nothing takes a start to have a good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
No, now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Going to need something special here on 3rd and long. After that sack, what does Watson have in his arsenal?
Richmond.
A shotgun snap for Watson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Griffin. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. They get 13, but it's not nearly enough. And it'll be 4th down. On now is Vinatieri as he'll try the field goal. This a 40-yard attempt from the left hash. And that is going to wind up no good. Wide to the right, a rare miss for the veteran Vinatieri, and this will remain a scoreless game.
It looked good when it left his foot, but he kind of sliced it a little bit, and he winds up missing it wide right.
Here we go now.
Jackson on first down. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he goes out of bounds across the 40-yard line. That one good for 13 and a Dolphin first down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Running, it's Drake. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. Tackle made that time by Kevin Johnson.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Looking to throw on second down. Jackson. And that's caught inside the 30. And he'll be down deep in Houston territory. It's a big play there for Miami. 47 yards. First foray into the red zone for Miami. This is first and goal from about the 8.
No. Check.
On first and goal, Drake. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Now from the 9, here's second and goal.
Detroit! All right, here we go.
They'll give it to him up the middle. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on third and goal.
Back 99, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, here we go. 319. 319.
Third and goal, Jackson. Steps away to his left. Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7.
Third and goal, they decided to throw for it, but how about the play defensively? Couldn't find anyone open. Left him nowhere to go with the football. Had to absorb the sack.
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. It's picked up. A live ball here, remember.
Please tell me this doesn't come off as snarky. But that's a relative chip shot. I mean, you've got to be able to execute that one. I don't care what they design on the other side about trying to block the kick. That should be 3 points on the board.
Yeah, and we've talked about it before. If you're out at 55, 60 yards, low trajectory from here, you get that thing up, this should be 3.
Yeah, there's nothing routine in football, but this one really almost should be. Snap, hold, kick, ball through the post. Didn't happen that way.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
On second down, here's Miller. Nifty move. So he got free of one tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. In on the stop defensively, Raekwon McMillan.
A big part of a middle linebacker's job is being able to take on blocks and then go make plays. But the best ones, they have those big guys in front of them playing defensive line that hold blockers off of them and allow them to flow sideline to sideline and make the big hits.
The Texans on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Out of the gun, Watson. And that's complete. It's Ellington. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Come back.
On 1st and 10, Watson. Man open, that's Jaleel Scott. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 1:57 to go in this first half. We're back to Houston after this timeout. Watson now hitting on 2/3 of his passes, 10 for 15 so far. 1st and 10. On 1st down, it's Watson. It's complete on the bubble screen. That's Fuller. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained. So they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. To the air yet again, Watson. On the crossing route, complete. It's Fuller. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first. Watson on 1st down. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up a 2nd down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. The Texans on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7.
3 down.
Watson looks to throw again. It's complete to Fuller. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. Now the Dolphins are going to halt the action here. It's a timeout, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. And for the 2nd time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here from the right hash and call it an even 50 yards. And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. And it's now 3-0 Texans. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. The linebacker, Zach Cunningham, there defensively to make that play.
Well, one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Jackson. He's going to float this over the middle, deep. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. On 3rd down, Jackson going deep here for Stills. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Well, the crowd doesn't like that. Was going to bring up 4th. Now it's 1st.
They don't like it at all, do they? It brings them back into it, but really not in a positive way. Now they're angry. That can jangle a team a little bit as well. Pass interference ruined that series of downs for them.
All right, here we go.
They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson. Forced out to his left. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds. He was trying to get that one to Kenny Stills. And that'll bring up 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Second and 10. Here's Jackson again. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So even though it's 1st down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. And for the 2nd time tonight, his field goal unit comes out here. Sanders' kick is good, and the Dolphins are going to tie the score at 3. Well, maybe a nice psychological boost there just to get back to even with that field goal as we head towards half.
Coaching 101 always says at halftime, play it like it's 0-0 on the scoreboard. Well, in this case, it's level, right? Same score each side. Just start over. Now you get the 2nd half to play.
So we've reached halftime in a low-scoring affair, just a pair of field goals. 3-3 is our score. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports halftime report. Take it away, Coach. 2nd half ready to roll. 2 field goals, the combined output in half number 1. Could be first touchdown wins. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Out comes the Dolphins now. They'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90. Back 99 Philly, here we go. Gone, gone. Gone, gone.
They go play action here on 1st down. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. J.J. Watt in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. On 2nd down, it's Drake. And he'll be brought down here at the 28. They'll get 4 back there on the run, but now they're looking up at a 3rd and 12 situation.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
The Dolphins on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd down and 12.
Gone, gone. Here we go. 3,
from the gun on third down. Jackson. And a diving grab. I think he got that. Yes. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Dolphins have a first down. Now Jackson on first down. They'll set up the screen to Drake. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. A nice little screen. They get 6 on first down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Now Jackson on 2nd down. He dumps it off to Drake. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
It appears they found something that's working, and they keep going back to it. I guess you can actually say he has the hot hands now, doesn't he?
Yeah, well, it's one thing to hit your guy out of the backfield once, hit him a couple times. Yeah, you're right. Maybe they're onto something.
And I think a lot of that is simply if you get it to him in space, more times than not, he's going to get more yardage than you expect out of each play.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 25-yard line.
Leopard! Leopard! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Jackson now off the bootleg. And he finds a man on the crossing route. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. They'll run it now out of the gun, and they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Now let's go.
Throwing now, Jackson on first down. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Albert Wilson, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins are in for 6. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle third of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead is now 10-3. Sanders now to kick this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Here's the Texans offense now, readying for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Richmond.
Back to the air. Watson on 2nd down. He's got Fuller. Space to maneuver at the 40. And he'll take it to the 43-yard line. A big one there for the Texans, 18 yards.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Dumps it complete to Miller. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. 11 more on that one and another first down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Now a first down throw, Watson. A throw left side, complete to his receiver, Westbrook. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9.
Down. Blue 80. Blue 80.
Again, it's Watson. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down. The Texans on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd down and 12.
Tiger, tiger, tiger. Richmond, Richmond.
Watson. Open man is Westbrook, complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first.
And there was absolutely zero pressure on the quarterback on that play. 3rd down, and he has all the time in the world to eventually find an open receiver for a first down pickup.
Flag 22.
They'll run it here. This is Deontay Foreman. And he'll get about 4 as he's brought down at the 24.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Black 99 Philly. Red. Black 22.
Play action for Miller. Now Watson sliding out of the pocket. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Raekwon McMillan.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
They'll start the drive with Drake. And space opened up a bit. He's able to take this up past the 10. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the 3rd quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the 4th quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
Right back to Drake. And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Back now here on EA Sports.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Detroit! Detroit! Let's go!
Jackson on first down. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he'll lose yardage here. Back to the 15. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Here we go now.
On 2nd down, here's Jackson. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Drake. And the play goes for 19 yards. Gives him a new set of downs.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
This quarterback now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. On the give, this is Drake. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine.
Here we go now. Gun, gun. Gun, gun. Gun, gun. Gun, gun.
On 2nd down, Jackson. And throw right side complete to Parker. Yeah, they just keep marching right along. 1st down on a pickup of 8 there. Well, probably the only thing he did wrong there was go out of bounds, nursing this 4th quarter lead. You want to stay in, eat the clock.
Yeah, you got to love the effort, the catch, the extra yardage, but you've got to know the situation. Stay in bounds, young man.
Lucky 56. Watch it now, Barney. Barney.
A pitch out to Drake. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. The bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
He's got Wilson, middle of the field. That one goes for 24 yards. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it, and they got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for 2nd down if they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up. That'd be the time to do it.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory as they're down to the 29-yard line. Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down in the backfield. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
To throw on 2nd down. Jackson dancing to his left. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation.
I like his thought process and his ability to move and get downfield. But what I didn't like was the final decision, to go out of bounds. They want to keep the clock moving. Instead, they give the defense an extra timeout.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. From the gun, Jackson escaping the pressure right. And over the middle, this is Parker. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he stopped immediately there. The tackle that time by Zach Cunningham. And in this situation with the lead fourth quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
They stay on the ground with Drake. A solid pickup of 13 sets him up first and goal. Great time there to come up with his longest run of the night. We just saw it.
Leads to a lot of satisfaction because if they're able to hang on and win this game, you know what else will happen in the locker room after this?
What's that?
Head coach will step up and go, great job, guys. Because of that, come in a little bit later tomorrow.
Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. So first and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up.
All right, here we go. Green, 39.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage.
Just keep the ball on the ground. Do a little pounding. Chew up some clock. If they can get it in, that might be enough to get them home. And if not, the clock is definitely their friend.
Now from the 9, here's second and goal.
Watch it now, Barney. Barney. Gun, gun. Gun, gun.
He'll get it up the middle. And he's able to find some room as they get him down after a good run. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop, 1:50 left in the football game. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, third and goal.
Hurry up, here we go. Green, 39. Green, 39.
And on 3rd and inches, we're going to get a whistle and a timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The Dolphins on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and goal.
Set. Clean.
3rd and goal, it's Drake. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The kick by Sanders is good. And they will stretch their lead to 10 now at 13-3. So his second field goal of the game, and that could turn out to be the big one.
Yeah, you have to make them score twice to beat you, and that's not impossible. But here in the fourth quarter, puts their backs clearly against the wall.
And now out comes Houston. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, and what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do.
Come back. Tiger, tiger, tiger. Come back, come back. Come back, come back.
Watson. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, second down.
Trying to decipher what's going on out there because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Yeah, several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown, and frankly, that should have been another pick right there. To throw is Watson. He's going to let it fly. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on, third down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Tried to go for the big one there on 2nd down. Now they're likely down to their final 2 plays.
And they've got to keep going for the big shot, right? So defensively, you play what they call top down. Nothing behind you. Make everything get completed in front.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Man open. That's Kiki QT complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a 1st down. 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays have been successful throughout the game that have worked in the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield, incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now it's Watson. Being chased out left. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston 1st down. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
And so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about, in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
Watson now to throw. This will be caught inside the 10. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do? You got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
Yeah, interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target.
Seeing that play and understand just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones